Hey there everyone, and welcome to another episode on my YouTube channel. I hope that you are keeping safe and taking good care of yourselves. Remember, you are all you've got. To my already existing family, yeah, you move from subscribers to family, and so Abby, you know that I appreciate you all so very much. And to my new subscribers, thank you so very much. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. I create content around customer experience, random vlogs, random thoughts, personal experiences, and so yes, if you like content around these, please do not forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. I appreciate you. I can't wait for you to join the family. Abby, you know that. So let's go into today's video. So today's video is going to be a personal one, and most importantly goes out to encourage somebody out there. I'm going to talk about some of the lessons that I have learned in losing a loved one and how I have coped over the months after I lost someone very dear to me. And so I reached out to some friends who have equally had that experiences, and then thankfully to Lorraine, Felix and Marietta, they wanted to share their experience of what they've learned and how they have coped through the years. And so let's go and listen to Lorraine, Felix and Marietta.
Hi, my name is Lorraine and I live at Latibia. 2015 May 31st, I lost my father on his birthday.
Hey guys, my name is Marietta from the Marietta the Grant, and today I am sharing with you the lessons I learned when I lost a loved one. This is hard to even talk about. This is my first time of talking about this publicly.
My name is Felix and I lost my dad a year ago. That is June 2019.
It was unexpected, something which nobody saw it coming. It was just a sudden illness and sudden death the same day. How I went through the 2 months before his burial, only God can tell.
Since I lost my mom in 2018, I have never come out on social media to talk about it because I wasn't ready. But I thank Esenam for giving me the opportunity to talk about it for a short time. It's so hard to talk about it. Okay, so I lost my mom in 2018. It was so hard for me. 2018 was a very difficult and wicked year to me because I lost her at the beginning of the year, just a few days after New Year's. And 28, I just imagine being without a mother. It's not easy at all.
The lessons I've learned in losing a loved one is that you be prepared for anything at any time. You stay calm and you make sure that you do what your instincts tell you to do. You don't have to listen to other forces who were not present before his passing away, because when it happens, so other family members think it's right for them to come and take position when they don't have the right to do that. So the lessons I learned after the loss is to be myself, go for anything that I want to go for, stay calm and not grieve for long, because grieving for long is rather you pushing yourself also to the end. So you grieve a little and you move on. Thank you.
Alright, so lessons I learned from losing a loved one. To be honest, I felt I haven't learned anything from this. But if I think deeper and deeper, I told myself not to take those who are alive for granted. As soon as I started working there, she passed away. I had plans for her. Like, I told myself that I would pamper her on Mother's Day, on her birthday. I'll do this for her, I'll do that for her. You know, those things that we children, we do for our mothers. And unfortunately, she didn't experience that, which is hard. But I know she's at a good place. I also learned that we shouldn't wait to fulfill our goals. She has so many dreams, big dreams, and unfortunately she was not able to fulfill it. So you are never too old or never too young to start living your dream life. So just go for it. Rest in peace, Mom.
What I learned during his passing was that every death, first and foremost, is unique in its way. Even though I had lost a sister 10 or 9 years ago, I must say that his passing came with a different blow altogether, in the sense that you having a sister pass away and you having your father pass away are two uniquely different instances. Secondly, I would say that it also presents a time in your life where you have to mature in your mindset, in your thinking. You need to assume a certain manly kind of outlook as far as you're concerned. Family members would expect you to be a man. I think in a setting, that is where they need you to assume the mindset or the outlook of a man. Last and not the least, I would say that it also presents a time for you to not just only mope or for you to cry, but what I learned was that during that period, what kept me going and what kept me out of the blues was for me to be thinking more about the memories we had together. So it's basically not about the fact that he's dead and gone, but what about the legacies he left for you? What about the positive things he did whilst he was alive? And those are the things that you need to focus and need to think about and consume yourself with, and that would help you in the long run and in the long while towards ensuring that you don't mope and consume yourself with so much sorrow and so much grief. So that is basically my experience and what I learned during the passing of my dad. Thank you.
Welcome back. I hope you took some few nuggets or some few points from their experiences, and if you share in same and you've learned something along the way through losing a loved one, please feel free to leave it in the comment section below. I'd love to read from you. Okay, I know that losing a loved one can be very hard. It's one of the very difficult things, and you'd rather wish that you could turn back the hands of time and rewind to live life, but it's too late. So what do you do afterwards, or how do you go about it? And I hope that what I'm going to share is going to encourage you, is going to, you know, touch you, and just know that you are not in this alone. Okay, so the first thing that I've learned in losing a loved one is that you need to grieve your own way. Grief is how you tend to pour out your heart and how you want to remember people and just grieve out, like cry all you can. Nobody should define how you would want to grieve. Like, nobody should define that for you. Grieve your own way. If you have to cry, cry. If you have to pray, pray. If you have to, you know, just grieve it all out, cry it all out, because leaving it in there is going to bottle up in something you will not want to have. So just, people have their own definitions for you to grieve, like tie your hair, look so sad, like roll on the floor. And it's not about how you've lost a person, but how really bonded you were with this person. And so just grieve the way you want to. Don't let anyone define how you would want to grieve someone that you have lost, someone that is so dear to you. Grieve your own way. Number two, you tend to receive so much love and support. I know that through my experience with losing my dad, I've had people show me so much love and support than I can imagine. It was overwhelming, and it still is overwhelming. I kind of figure out, why do these people love me this much, you know? And you tend to feel that love and appreciation for them. You get people who would pray with you, you know, who would want to be there for you. And I thank God for the people that I have around me, my very good friends. When I was in school, Ellis, Thelma, and Selassie, like, they were so there. I have my family, you know, your friends, like, you know, just have people around you. Keep those people around you who you know will encourage you and influence your life positively. So thanks to Susie, Nat, Martha, like, you guys are amazing. Like, they were just always there for you, and you have people calling you, you know, just to check in on you if everything is fine, if you need help with anything, if you need any resource, if, like, you know, they can call you every minute, every day, just check up on you if you're doing well. And that was overwhelming. That was touching. And I mean, I couldn't ask of better people like that. And for all those who show me so much love and support around that time, regardless of distance, like, if I never had a chance to say thank you, I think it is in its best time to say thank you to you all. So yes, you tend to notice that you receive so much love and support in times like these. Thirdly, you come to the point where you know that whoever you have lost is in a better place. It's hard, you know. Some people get sick and go through pain and go through all that, and then they eventually die. Others will just die so unexpected, and depending on whichever way that they leave, you tend to believe that as a Christian, I mean, we all didn't come into this world the same time, and we all not going to go the same time. Our paths are different. We are in this world at this time, and we are just passing. So you tend to acknowledge that fact that, you know, through the pain, through whatever you're going through, when you leave, you are in a better place. And it takes so much faith and so much belief to come to that realization. I quite remember when my dad was ill and was in the hospital, and we had to be taking care of him and all of that. It was hard because they go through so much pain for some ailments, and you have to be there for these people. Like, no matter how hard it is, you don't have to even grieve in front of them or weep or cry, because you have to be strong for them. And even at the time that my dad was at the hospital, it was hard for me. Like, I was really hard girl, but I'll come back home and cry and weep and realize that, Charlie, I cried on the floor, and that was where I spent my night. So it's hard. But you come to that realization because you serve a living God, and you know that they are in a better place. Because if God took their life, He's given them a better resting place. And I quite remember that the very night that I lost my dad, right, I dreamt about him, and he was looking way different from what I saw on the hospital bed. He was looking so calm, so refreshed, and was talking to me not to worry. And he was looking so, like, he was looking nothing like what I saw that very day. And I didn't see him that day because I missed my bus to the hospital. But yes, it can be very hard, but you tend to realize that they are in a better place. We are with the Father, and they are smiling down at us. Fourthly, you realize that you are stronger than you think. Yeah, I tend to realize that I was stronger than I thought. Yes, I know. And you'd even realize that you are actually stronger than you thought you were. One of the things that I actually remember praying to God for before my dad passed was the Holy Spirit, and for God to give me that strength to be there for my family, myself, and my mom especially, and even for my dad. You know, you tend to realize that you just need that strength. Sometimes I come back home very late, and then I have to wake up very early to go to the hospital and come back to work. Sometimes I realize that I am at work physically, but emotionally and mentally, I wasn't at work. Like, I'll close from work and on my way home, and then I don't know, all of a sudden I realized that I'm heading somewhere else. Like, where am I going? You know, even during my evening walks, I'll go for walks just to clear my head off. I pray, I just, you know, listen to my gospel playlist and just hope and have faith that everything is going to be fine. So even before I lost my dad, I was just praying for the strength. I was praying for God to just do some miracle of some sort, and even if it didn't happen, he should just give me the strength to be there for my family. And I really thank God that I had that strength that I wanted. And trust me, prayer can never be overestimated. Prayer does a lot of magic. Like, it was one of those things that actually took me through it, because it could have been bad. It really hit me. I was so much, you know, burned out, and I was so, I think depression is a harsh word to use, but I was so much drained and everything. And my family will see me and I'm fine. In all these things, you just have to keep praying and just pray for strength all through the journey, before, when they are ill, or anything, during the whole burial process, and afterwards, because you need to really try and keep sane and be strong for your family and just be there through the process. Yeah, that leads me to my next and final point, which is that you need to build a relationship with God. That God factor does a lot of things, and I'll say once again that prayer can never be overestimated. Like, I just thank God for people who were around me, apart from me trying to keep sane and praying to God and trying to be there for myself and my family. My friends will call and pray with me. My bishop will pray with me. My pastors, my elders, they will come around, you know, visit me and pray with me, because it's a really hard time. It's a time that the devil can take advantage of anything. The devil can just take advantage of very small things, and then just, you can lose it easily. But having that faith in God and having that relationship with Him will take you far. And you tend to realize that having that relationship with God helps you to keep that courage, to be encouraged that even though the person is gone of this world, life doesn't stop. You keep living, because you have to know that what would they want you to do if they were still alive? That person will still want to see you happy. That person will still want to see you not giving up on your dreams. That person will see you not giving up on yourself and just being there to put yourself together and just forge ahead. And so in times like this, as much as you are in so much pain, and being connected with you just gives you that peace, gives you that joy, and instead of being all distressed and everything, channel that pain into achieving something positive for yourself. I remember that the last 3 months of my master's journey, I'm going to share that in a different video, and I lost my dad and to 3 months before I was done with school. And trust me, I don't know how I wrote those last 3 papers, but I came out with flying colors and in distinction. So I really didn't know how I wrote the exams, honestly, but channel that pain into achieving something positive for yourself. And just know that there's a lot of heaven on this earth. People would want to see you flourish. People want to see you do well. And just put in mind that they are smiling down at you from wherever they are and watching over you. And so just be happy. If they want to see you happy, if they want to see you forge on, if they want to see you be positive in life, be of great influence to yourself and other people, put that energy and pain into that, and they will be excited and you will make them proud. Also, surround yourself with people who would have positive influence in your life. You do not want to see people who would want you to be living on that pain and just, you know, being on that and being distressed, and your life shouldn't come to a standstill because you lost someone precious. Your life should move on. Your life should be a better reflection. And that would also make them happy if they are watching down on you. So if you have been encouraged in this experience of mine, in sharing these few things that I have learned in losing a loved one, I hope that it goes to encourage you out there. It goes to let you know that life doesn't come to an end when you lose someone. It can be really hard. If I tell you that it is not hard, I will be deceiving you. It can be hard. You go through a lot of pain, but with time, the pain will heal, and you are going to be proud of yourself that you actually were able to conquer, and you were actually able to go through this maturely and putting yourself together in all this thing. And trust me, help will come from places you don't even expect. I'm sending you virtual hearts from wherever you're watching me if you're going through such a time like this. And if you face this or had any experience or anything that you learned through such journeys, do well to leave it in the comment section below. I'll be glad to hear from you, and just know that you are not in this alone. So yes, don't forget to keep being awesome, and do subscribe to my channel. Till then, I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.